What's happening with interest rates, and is it even a good time to buy as a home buyer? Let's jump into those answers along with reviewing September's data here in the Austin metro area. So, first of all, yes, it is a great time to buy a home as long as you implement the right strategy, which we'll talk about in a moment. And interest rates, why the heck are they higher than normal? Let's answer that right now. First of all, it's core inflation. So, what you have to understand, just in simple terms, inflation, as we all know, is higher than expected, right? Above 2%. Because we see that it's above 2%, we also understand that unemployment is higher than expected. We have 1.6 job openings for every unemployed person. And the Fed wants that number to continue to decrease, right? And unemployment number to increase. The unemployment rate right now, if we looked, we just got these numbers too for August, is 3.8%. So that increased, which is great for the Fed because they expect inflation to decrease. So that's not good, of course, to lose a job, but the Fed doesn't care. They want to see the economy slow down with the inflation to reduce and unemployment to go up. So we do see that it's unlikely that we're going to have interest rates continuing to go downwards as unemployment continues to be low and inflation to be high. So, what about now? Let's go into the home prices. What is happening? Is it going to be more affordable for people to purchase? And if you're a seller, are you able to have your appreciation equity? So, if you look at this, we see from 2021 to 2022 in 15 months, we had a 42% increase in appreciation. Whopping amount. We all felt that craziness, right? And then from May of 22 to July 23, we had a decrease of 17%. Now, when we look at the entire period over that time, we actually had 25% or 10% annual appreciation. And that is amazing. So we still see from the normal 4 to 6%, we actually had 10% annual appreciation. So nobody's losing any type of value. A lot of home buyers thought, well, the market was just going to crash and your reduction is just going to be so low. You're going to get this amazing deal. Well, that's not what happened. We continue to see home prices go up and appreciation go up. And if you look over here as well, look at the Austin home sales to the right. You can see the difference in all this calculation. So take a pause and take a look at it. Let's go into the data summary of last month and what the heck is happening when it comes to days on the market. So how many days does it take to sell? We see that it is 55 days in August. So it decreased from 70 days all the way to 55 days. You can see that downward trend, which means homes are selling faster than they did even 5-6 months ago. When it comes to new listings, we did see a 2.5% decrease in new listings year over year. So there's fewer homes being listed than there were last year. In the close price to list price ratio, meaning, hey, if you wanted 500,000, did you get it? No, sellers are getting it selling a little below than what they're asking at this time. That's a good thing for buyers. Now, the median list price is at 486, and we see a downward trend in the last few months. It's very normal in a market. We tend to find a decrease in our median list price and close price in August and onward into fall, which is a normal market. Now, the median close price is at 460. And if you go to your active listings, so we had 11,041 active listings and 2,805 sold listings. So we actually had more listings, more active listings, 2,032 more, which means more competition for sellers versus pre-pandemic. Lastly, inventory. We do have 4 months of inventory, and that has increased over the last few months. So more for buyers to choose from. Now, sellers, let's talk about you first. So what does this all mean? We're back to a normal market. We do see the time on market to sell, meaning how many days, again, is normal. So if it takes that 2 months or 1 month and you are wondering why it's not selling in 2 weeks like it was the pandemic time, well, we got very used to that quick time period, and that just isn't normal. Now, August again reflects the slowing in sales. That's normal as well. We do have fewer homes are closing versus pre-pandemic, which means it's stronger competition. So that part is not normal. Because you have just more competition out there. Interest rates are bouncing between 6.8 to 7.1%. That's part of the impact on why you have more competition and homes are taking a little bit longer to sell because rates are higher. Now, more rentals are also hitting the market. So sellers are thinking, well, I'm going to keep my 4% interest rate. I'm not going to sell because I can't sell right now. I don't want to get the price that buyers are willing to give. I'm just going to throw it on the market and rent the home. Well, everyone is starting to do that right now. And the rental market is being influenced where you'll likely see rental rates decrease slightly through fall and then increase again through 2024. Also, more housing inventory, again, equals increased competition. We know that. We already talked about days to sell, which is longer. Buyers have negotiation power. That's increased, by the way. So buyers now have about 65% power from 60%. And the selling strategy must be creative. I can't I can't stress this enough. It's just not the old way of throwing the home on the market. There's so many different ways and so many different selling strategies to go about your process. So listen to the right real estate agent in order for them to get your home sold within a reasonable amount of time at the best price. Buyers, let's talk about you. So it is again normal market conditions. Fall is going to be the absolute best time to get a good deal. And sellers are absolutely willing to negotiate both on closing costs and on reduction of the price of the home. Interest rates, you already know, 6.8 to 7.1%. However, our clients are all getting interest rates between 5.8 to 6%. Now, that's because we implement a specific buying strategy to get to that interest rate level at no cost for free, no cost out of the buyer's pocket. So if you're interested in that, ask us, but that's again a specific strategy. Also expect rates to be higher until about Q4 of 2024 into Q3 2025, as again, because core inflation is our issue and unemployment is also the issue. Inventory, well, this is the best that we're going to get because this is the most that we've seen in the last 3 years. So you actually get to choose what you want. The buying strategy, we already talked about that. And investors, this is a really great time for you because you can actually use the new short-term rental rule here in Austin. So the type 1, type 2, that has changed because of recent lawsuit against Austin. So that's a positive for investors. You can actually purchase more and not have to make it your primary home. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, you're a past client, you want to know, hey, what's happening in my neighborhood? Or you're just somebody who's thinking about buying or thinking about selling, you're just not really sure if it makes sense for you, you're welcome to reach out. We love answering questions and providing education. All right, see you next month.